Hi. So in this video, we're just going to dive right in to the trifecta. Whenever I'm talking to people about my whole food plant-based habits, these are the questions I get. You mean you don't eat eggs? But isn't protein necessary for your health? How could you ever stop eating cheese? These are the three that I have to battle all the time. And it makes sense. I mean, in our tradition, these foods are all healthy for us, and the science just doesn't add up. And when you take a good, honest look at the science behind how eggs, meat-based proteins, and cheese affects our health, it's really easy to make the change. So we've been told all the time that we need meat to build muscle. We need animal protein to be able to build muscle. But exercise is what builds your muscle, and glucose in the form of fruits and vegetables and grains is what feeds that muscle to grow. There are a ton of famous plant-based bodybuilders and athletes who have switched over, and after switching over to eating this way, they have seen a skyrocket in their athletic performance. And if you don't believe me, watch the documentary, The Game Changers. You don't have to believe anything I say. I'm just getting my information from the experts, and you can rely on them to teach you what you need to know if you don't want to hear it from my mouth. Protein is necessary for life and health, but we get all the protein we need from plant-based sources. We don't need animal-based proteins. In fact, there's been a major trend towards like pea and soy-based proteins and protein powders. You don't need those either. Any excess of protein from unnatural sources actually is very taxing to our liver and our kidneys, causes an overgrowth of blood vessel and tissue propagation or tumor propagation. So you just want to get the amount that you need for health, and you don't want to be over consuming protein. And in America, we are way over the top with our protein consumption. I highly recommend going over to nutritionfacts.org and typing in eggs into the search engine. You will find a wealth of information that I cannot just give to you here to help you understand why eggs really are not beneficial for your health. We don't need added sources of dietary cholesterol and saturated fat, and so we need to find some better alternatives for eggs. It's really easy to replace eggs in baking. There are tons of alternatives. I get a really nice scrambled eggs texture that I put in my morning breakfast burritos from smoked tofu. So there are plenty of replacements if you are going to miss your eggs. Now, the biggest one that people have a really hard time letting go of is cheese. And there's a reason behind that. When a lactating mother, be that human or any other mammal, is producing milk, there's a feel-good hormone that's released in that milk that makes it feel really good to have that food and makes you want to come back for more. When you are eating cheese, you are just having a concentrated level of that hormone in your body, along with the other estrogens, saturated fat, and cholesterol. All these things work together to disrupt your hormones and can lead to infertility and a whole bunch of hormonal issues, decreases in sperm count, and just endometriosis, PCOS, all sorts of issues with hormonal problems. So ditching the dairy is one of the best things that you can do. There are some really yummy, delicious nut cheeses out there. The Miyoko brand is really popular. I'm able to find really good yogurts, sour cream, and cream cheeses that are all vegan and tofu based, that are really close. They're not exactly, you can't replace it, but you can get close. I usually add a squeeze of lemon to give that bite that I really love from sour cream. And remember, almond milk, unsweetened organic soy milk, cashew milk. There are so many plant-based milks out there that you can just transition over to that are good for you. So, in a nutshell, we do not need extra sources of saturated fat, cholesterol, hormones. We're already having a huge impact on our health. And so we need to do what we can to diminish those impacts and protect our health by eating a plant-based diet.